Oh, that's 8. Hello. What are we doing this morning?
We are going to get PRP. We're at the clinic. We're just waiting for our favorite person to show up, Dr. Amy. And for some reason I am so tired today. Just want to take a nap on this cozy little couch here.
Just taking a little nap. Getting ready for the procedure. So what are we doing again today?
Sleeping in the fertility clinic. PRP stands for platelet-rich plasma. It is when they extract some of your blood. They do something to it to pull out just the plasma in it, and then they inject that into your ovaries. Sounds super intelligent right now. Something like that, but it's supposed to help with future egg retrievals, to potentially get more eggs and for the quality to be better. And we've done this before. This is actually our 3rd time doing PRP, and we do feel like it made a positive difference in the past. So we're trying it again, oh my gosh, for our last egg retrieval, which we'll do after this, not on the same day, but like next month.
Okay.
Hi.
Getting ready.
Changing or?
Oh, I'm good. I'm ready.
Yeah, we can open the curtain?
Yes.
Okay, excuse me. Let me take a look your arm, okay? Okay. Alright. Open, close, pump your fist. Okay?
It's here.
Yeah, so we're gonna, stand and make it down to like
Right.
1/10. Okay? So like a final product will be like 6 or 7 cc or so.
Oh, interesting.
So all the good one goes in.
Right.
Almost done. Okay? Feeling alright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's quite a bit of blood they took.
That was so much blood.
It was.
Are my friends here?
Yes.
Hello, party people.
Oh, yay! Good.
Look how skinny you are.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Hello.
Dr.
How are you?
person.
How are you? I'm doing great. We're matching hats.
Yeah.
Christine, he's looking. He's always here. Very good. He's so nice. Has he said hi yet?
No.
Oh my God, he is so nice. I'll count the follicles while you're asleep, and I'll let you know how many are there.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
You're an angel. This is our BFF, Dr. Amy.
Hands a little bit loopy after the anesthesia.
Well, we did it.
Very good.
It's done. Thank you, Dr. Amy. She was the same. All right, we did it. You're not even in the shot. We did it! We did the PRP. So now the next steps are, we hope that works its magic. And then in like a month or two, we will do one last egg retrieval. Yeah, and then we'll go from there.
Love it.
Anything you want to add to that? Okay, and if you're not familiar, PRP stands for platelet
Rich plasma.
plasma. You learned it. Good job. Platelet rich plasma, which I cannot medically explain this. I will botch it, but in simpleton terms, in civilian terms, in essentially they drew a ton of my blood. It was a lot.
It's quite a lot. I didn't look away.
It was a lot of blood. I have like a huge big old syringe of blood. And then they process it somehow to have all of the plasma, like they pull out all of the plasma. This is where I sound like a big idiot. But then the whole point is they're taking the best parts of your blood and then they're injecting it into your ovaries. And the idea is that it stimulates more follicle growth, hopefully more follicles that actually have eggs inside of them, because not all follicles do, but you want them to. So hopefully you get more eggs in your egg retrievals and they're higher quality. That is the concept behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And this was our third time doing PRP. We've done it twice in New York with Dr. Murray, who we love, and now Dr. Amy does PRP as well. And so we came to see her, our unicorn IVF doctor. She's at Egg Whisperer on Instagram, and we just love her so much. But so she did this round of PRP, and we felt like the results of our egg retrievals after doing the first 2 rounds of PRP were
More successful.
more successful enough that we felt like it was worth it to do it again before this next egg retrieval. So like we'll get asked, do you feel like that procedure is worth it? Is it worth the added expense and time and all those things? And for us, like our answer would be yes. We felt like we had better results after doing PRP. And if you're someone who has, you know, maybe not gotten the best results from previous egg retrievals, or there's some concerns there, I would say it's definitely worth it.
Totally.
So now we wait for it to work its magic, and then we'll hopefully be doing our last egg retrieval. This will be our last. We are tapped out of egg retrievals after this one. If you're new here, this will be our next egg retrieval. Will be our eighth egg retrieval. Which like there's just so much behind that, like why we've had to do it so many times. We conceived our first 3 children naturally without any trouble. Our third child, Ava, was an unplanned pregnancy on contraceptives. So that's how like easily, so to speak, we got pregnant with our 3 children. And we naively kind of assumed that because of that, the whole IVF process would be just kind of a breeze. And it's been a little bit of a journey. It's been anything but. Yeah, our first 2 egg retrievals failed. That was at a different clinic. Then we switched. We discovered Dr. Amy, Egg Whisperer. We switched to her, and that was the first moment that we started having success with our IVF journey. And so we're really, really big proponents of like finding the right medical team if you're in this process, or if you're experiencing infertility of any kind. It made all the difference in the world to find her, because she believed in our case. She wasn't willing to give up. She wasn't giving us some cookie cutter protocol. It was very tailored to our situation and our needs. And it was just a completely different experience than we'd had at the previous clinic, where, you know, and I'm not trying to like, this isn't like, let's bash anybody, but just full transparency, I felt very, very much like a number there. We both did. In 2 cycles, IVF cycles, 2 egg retrievals, I met the doctor 1 time. He wasn't even the one to do my egg retrievals either time. It was just so impersonal. And everything with Dr. Amy has been anything but. It's been the exact opposite. So personal, so warm and encouraging and full of hope and full of innovation. I mean, you know, she's the one who every time it's like, well, let's try this. Have we tried this? Have we done this? This could work. This could help. And
It's like
just
individual plans for each person.
yeah, and it was just like it always willing to think outside the box and you know, try something new that might lead to different or better results. Anyway, and I don't think I said this, our reason, like I said, because we conceived our 3 children naturally, our reason for doing IVF initially wasn't infertility. It was because we have 2 children that have a rare genetic disease that Chase and I are both carriers of. And so through IVF, because we have an actual diagnosis and we know what that genetic mutation is, through IVF, they're able to test your embryos to ensure that you're not perpetuating the disease in future children. And that was our reason for doing IVF, is to, to be able to test for the disease that we knew that we were carriers of. Anyway, so 8 egg retrievals later, 1 failed transfer. The reason we're doing this final egg retrieval, because I know we'll get questions about that.
Qualities of embryos.
Yeah, just quality of embryos. So sorry, to back up, our first 2 egg retrievals
0
failed. We switched to Dr. Amy. This is where I got derailed. We switched to Dr. Amy and immediately started having successful egg retrievals. On our 3rd egg retrieval, we got a healthy embryo. On our 4th egg retrieval, we got a healthy embryo. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Is that the right numbers?
I think we got 1.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah.
1. On our 5th egg retrieval, which was our 3rd with Dr. Amy,
We got 0 that time, actually.
we got 0 that time. But then our 6th egg retrieval, we got 4.
Mm-hmm.
4 healthy embryos. And then the 7th was kind of a bust too. We waited like a year between that, so I think the time was a factor. But now we're going for 1 more egg retrieval just to see. So
And we tried to transfer one of the embryos.
yeah, we did a transfer in between. It didn't take. We did an egg retrieval after that. That was like, it was just kind of concerning, the results of that egg retrieval. And so we have 5 embryos, but the quality of the embryos is another huge factor in the success of the transfer of the embryo. And so we decided it was worth it to try 1 more retrieval to see if we could try to get even at least 1 more embryo, really high quality embryo, just in case for future transfers. So that's why we did it. Embryo quality was the big reason, and that's why we did PRP prior, just to try to, give ourselves the best chance. That was a very scattered rundown of what we've been through, of what's coming. But egg retrieval next, and then it's kind of TBD as far as when we'll be doing another transfer. If we're doing another transfer, there's talk of perhaps doing a gestational carrier because of some other factors, health factors, life factors, and so we're kind of investigating that as well. So if you're a surrogate and you're watching this, we are looking, I will just put that out into the universe. We are looking for a gestational carrier, just in case, because that is a very real possibility. But yeah, that's been the journey thus far. And
We're still on it.
We're still on it. Time will tell. We've posted a lot about this on Instagram, so if you're new to our channel here on YouTube, and you don't follow along on Instagram, that's largely where we have like documented our IVF journey. Way less so here on YouTube, but we're trying to do better with that. So feel free to follow us on Instagram. It's at Shannon Willardson on Instagram, at Shannon Willardson on TikTok. We've been documenting it there as well. But I do just want to say, like, if you're someone who's watching this and either you or someone you know is experiencing infertility or just for whatever reason, has had to go through it to expand your family, start your family, any of those things, we just want to say, like, we get it and we see you. And as cheesy as it is, it's like I always just want to, like,
Give you a hug.
yeah, virtual hug, man, for real, because it's hard and it's a lot. And feeling alone in the process, I think, is probably the worst part of it. And so I just don't ever want anyone to feel that way. So you're not alone. And let us know if you have questions. If you have questions about Dr. Amy, she sees people all over the world. Any of that. Yeah, we're here.